Hi, give me a minute. I'm just getting all my screenshots ready. Okay. Let's start with whether I was blocked from that live or not. Really easily proven. Oh my god, that sounds horrible. Sorry guys. It showed me my own live. I don't know why it's doing that. That's really awkward, but okay. Cajun, Navy, Jen. Oh, where's she gone? Where's she gone? Sorry. Where are you, boo? I know they're live. They just blocked me. They told me to come up on panel, and when I said that I would come up and show all of my receipts, I got blocked. Jen sat there. I'm about to get off. Why? Why? Because you realise that I ain't backing down. Wild. Crazy. And I'm really sorry if this pisses anybody off, but maybe it's time to start proving some of the facts. Just gonna start with where the money that people have donated to me has gone to. Yeah, I know I would have got attacked by all of them. That's why I said get rid of your panel. And then they're like, oh, bossy. They talk about gaslighting. They actually want to sit and talk about gaslighting. And it's wild. The way that chat just went off. They're in there like, oh, we're going to be transparent. But anytime anyone's asking a question, they're getting mad. What are you getting mad for? Be transparent. What are you getting mad about it for? Did I ever get mad when anyone asked me for a receipt? No. I showed it. Because guess what? I am not a scam. I am not a fraud. I don't have a criminal record for cashing bad checks. So bear with me a second. Sorry guys, I didn't even let my girls know that I was going live. Yes, Butterfly is a liar. I'm sorry. Sorry, Sam. I didn't think we'd be back again so soon. But I just can't help myself. That woman winds me up. She blocked me after telling me to come up and show my receipts and show my proof. Tried to flip it round and call me a scam. Crazy. Crazy. Bitch. Nothing but. I know I'm not a scam. I know I'm not. I can pull up every single donation I've ever made to MPG. I can show every single screenshot of every penny I've ever made on live. Guess what? I made $20 on that live earlier. Where do you think that's gonna go? Can you guess? Let's do a poll. Where do you think my money's gonna go? Oh wait, the same place it always goes. Tunic Spot Fund. Wild. Wild. Oh my goodness, these people actually send my blood pressure through the roof. Through the bloody roof. I can't deal. I cannot. Oh my god. And do you know what? They're not at work now, but not one of them will come up. And you know, here in the UK, we have a job called being a carer. I'm employed. And my job never ends. Never. My job starts at 2 o'clock in the morning when my son wakes me up and tells me that he needs me and tells me that my day begins now. My day starts when he decides it starts and it ends when he decides it ends. And I love being my son's full-time carer. I'm very lucky that I get to do that. Don't sit here and tell me I'm unemployed. Well, I mean, what was Jen doing when she was having to cash bad checks? I'd love to know. What was her position in life at that point? I know. And honestly, the rest, I couldn't care less. I don't do the fundraising last minute anymore. Okay, so I'm getting a bit sidetracked, but I was going to start pulling receipts up. Thank you very much. Okay, so anybody can go and check this for themselves, but we're going to calculate together how much in total I've donated to Nick's spot fund. If anybody would want to, we can sit and calculate how much has been donated altogether and how much is still sat in the spot fund. Because I can tell you for a fact, no more than $80 has been taken out. And can I ask, actually, what are all these people going to say when it all comes out? Or do they think that's never going to happen? Do you think the admin are never going to be revealed? It's a bit awkward now, isn't it? When everyone was calling them a scam last year and like they've gone and filed his habeas corpus for him. Sorry, I'm just getting the website up. Do you know, it baffles me. Google's free. Free. Okay, so let me prop my phone somewhere. 10 past fucking 12. This woman's got me on live. Hello, Ivory. How you doing? Okay, so this is the spot fund. I'm going to turn my camera around in a second, just for easier viewing for you guys. And we're going to take a little look together at all the times that my name appears on that live. Oh God. Okay, so donations, current amount $3,010. Okay. Oh, there's me. That's me. $60. There's me again. $47. $88. $55. $25 and $25. $115. $8. And that was a donation from somebody in the group. She'd actually sent me more than that, but after all the transfer fees and stuff was done, it worked out as less. But regardless, that Jess was not me. There's me. That's me. There's my full name if you'd like to go background check me. That's me. Now we're getting to the point where I wasn't on TikTok at this point. I wasn't on here loudly advocating for Nick. I was quietly doing it in the background. But would you look at that? There's me again. Oh, and me. Me again. Oh. Oh. God damn. I'm on here a lot for somebody who's scamming and stealing Nick's money. Let me see if there's a message for that. Oh, I can't even click it. Never mind. I do normally leave a message, but I'm guessing it's just the admin who can see those. So there's me and me. Oh, we're at the bottom now. Okay, so I am one of the second donators onto that page, judging by that. And I have sent a heck of a lot of money over there. Hold on. So there's your receipts. Now, give me a second to have a breather. We'll get up on my TikTok and we'll have a look all through my monetization and how much I've ever taken out of TikTok. Let's see how much I've profited off this case. Oh, and as for this straight up lie, blatant lie that we tried to call the Cajun Navy on live earlier. I have already downloaded that live. I am in the middle of clipping it. Bear with me. We'll screenshot that just in case anybody would like the proof that that's happening too. Just swiping away the notifications from my Discord chat. The only part I've cropped down of this live is the beginning, and that's just where I'm playing music. If you were there, you'll know. So you can just see it under my name at the top, saving video 22%. Because it's a 3-hour long live, it will obviously take a long time to crop it, even though I'm only cropping like the first. Wants to see the full where it's not cropped, you can. Nobody, no, not 6 hours, nobody tried to call the Cajun Navy. Not one single person. That is a blatant lie. Now, why would they say that? Because it just makes it sound all the worse. And did you notice how she had to sit there and go, the Cajun Navy were currently out in Texas? What's that called? Pulling on the heartstrings. Wild. Jen went live, and apparently one of us has got DV charges. One of us, there was a whole barrage of things that, you know, there was only like, wait, me, Ivory, at a time, I think there was only like 5 people on the panel, but there was a lot of accusations there. It was like one of them this, one of them that, one of them this. Okay, I have got that up in front of me, I think. Let me just copy that and take that over to Google. I love it when my daughter's asleep because I've got a tablet and it's so much easier to get things in front of me. Follow link.
Spoke with them out there in Missouri. He's got one state level with the Supreme Court to go before a grand jury left. If that gets denied for him to go before the grand jury at the Missouri Supreme Court level, he will go straight to the U.S. Supreme Court in Washington. That will be it. So that's why we decided to go ahead and do this one at the Supreme Court building in Jefferson City to get media attention. You know, we've got a few national agencies like Fox and them that'll be out there. We're going to do interviews beforehand and really just to get more people thinking and more eyes on Nick because he's running out of time, and nobody's really put this effort in for Nick all these years. They've been so wrapped up in Gypsy, and here we are at almost the finish line, and it's kind of like we gotta get off the pot, kind of thing. So
yeah, since you can just go email there and get more information. But again, you guys can do the screenshot earlier from the flyer that I showed you guys on the screen.
Now, we would love that. And we've got hotels that are working with discounted rates. And, a lot of people are driving up and carpooling. And like I said, we'll have lots of media there, mental health organizations that will rally for Nick. And, I think it's going to be a wonderful turnout, and it just because of, creators like y'all, I'm not a creator. So I just kind of got pulled into this. But I have the reach with media and things like that. So, with help of larger creators like all of you, we really believe that this could have an impact out there.
Lend our time to it as well.
So we have created a list of those organizations, even the American Disabilities Act, people that we are emailing and contacting. This all really just came about this last week. And so on Friday, I started emailing these organizations along with Nick's attorney and just anybody that I can.
Oh, but wait, bear in mind, yeah, I'm going to put a screenshot up in a second that is from Tyler, confirming he has never spoken to this woman, this liar.
Think of that could help and speak up on his behalf and come out there and join and get as many eyes and ears on him as we can.
G protest at
Yes.
Yahoo. And G protest.
Yes.
I'll put it in the chat here. So if you guys have any questions, you can just go. Appeal being denied at the state level, and you guys are still going.
Okay, so that was a clip of Cajun Navy Jen talking on Morbids about the rally that she had nothing to do with, that she wasn't involved in and she knew nothing about, and she couldn't answer why it was cancelled or why there was no permit, and she was again blaming it on these two young women who, let's be very clear, I very much dislike, very much, but they do not deserve to be thrown under the bus for her shit. This is the woman who claims she is so involved in charities and raising money and advocacy, all of these above things, but she didn't even know to secure a permit, and when asked, she knows nothing about it. When I'm about to go up on panel and have this discussion with her, I get blocked. Now, if there's one thing I do not like, I shouldn't have got given TikTok Live. It's dangerous, because if you block me, I'm gonna come live. If I've got stuff to say and you are not letting me speak, I will come and use my own platform. Sorry, I'm a stubborn person. So, want the screenshots about the permit? Yes, please. And then I'm going to put this screenshot up on the screen now, which was from Tyler Coyle to the... Okay, I am not speaking to anyone. Haven't heard of Jen yet. Blank is still emailing me, but I am not responding. I am following Nick's request of not speaking to them. If necessary, forwarding them to the Cornerstone email. I have not approved anything like that or even heard of her. I wouldn't have permission to speak to her because that has to come from Nick. So, come again? But do we need to watch it again? Where she sat on Morbids and said that she's spoken to the attorney. And she was making all those phone calls, right? So surely she'd have known these ladies haven't sorted a permit. Let me just sort that out for them, because we're cutting it real fine. One thing I do know... Oh yeah, that one. One thing I do know is she can't answer questions, straight up questions. She can't answer them without getting mad, or without getting passive aggressive, or trying to sling mud at people. I'm sorry, I don't know what she thinks she knows about me, but I can tell you now, on my criminal record, I have criminal damage, and I would stand by that again, because that was a very old man who groomed one of my friends, plied her with alcohol, and I poured paint all over his Jaguar. Guess what? I would do that again tomorrow. So if you think that that's going to be dirt that you're pulling out on me, you're very much wrong. And when I was 16, 17, I got done for shoplifting. That's my criminal record. That's the dirt you're going to get on me. Sit. Again. Cash in bad checks. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. You bought out sassy Jess. You got me mad. Pink bow and Arizona tea can. Oh, and just whilst we were on that, fancy going up there and being like, you got to understand it's not just me anymore, guys. It wasn't just you in the Nick infiltration group though, was it? You've never just been you. Because you come online and, in Gypsy's own words, hate to quote her, but in her own words, and it's true, you literally come online and recruit people that you meet on Facebook, TikTok and YouTube as your production staff. I can't. And then she's like, I'm not a doxer. Naomi's near enough yelling on panel, I'm not a doxer. Oh wait, but you just have videos telling everybody that if you steal her videos and reuse her content, then she will have your information and she will only put half your number in a video or only like partial parts of your address on a live, and nobody would know it was you if you didn't speak up. And you want to come in my live and talk to me about gaslighting? Oh my gosh, you couldn't write it. You could not write it. It's wild. And I'm still waiting for a little request down in that box. Why don't you come to my panel instead of trying to get me on your panel with however many other ladies were up there? You know, because I'm thick. Can't spell, can't count either. Why don't you come over here? If you're not scared, you've got nothing to hide, you're quite confident in what you're saying. Oh my God, wait, guys, just bear with me because the President of the United States is calling me. I'll flash my screen at you like that, yeah? You saw it, you saw the President of the United States is ringing me. I've got to go take that call, I'll be back. I can't even deal with it. Alright. Bina's MPG are currently in the chat. Is there ever a time you've seen me raise money for Nick and not donate that money over to Nick? Ever? In fact, honestly, I don't think we need to wait for them to reply because they won't be sat in my chat right now if I'd done that. Yes, of course I can, Amy, I'm sorry. Let's just have another screenshot. I'm so sorry. I will take the background off so the chats are easy to read. But for anyone who can remember, Jen kept saying, I just need to hear from the family. If it's not okay, let me know. Just somebody please reach out to me. Okay, well it's cut off slightly because my name's there. That is Bobby Godeshan. That would be Nick's father. Asking that the Supreme Court rally be postponed. I can't see it all because of all this stuff in my background, but Ivory's got the live from earlier and she's going to be uploading that to her YouTube. I read it all out on there. I do have screenshots, but guess what? I don't throw people under the bus and use their information without their permission. I do have screenshots of emails between an individual and the Cajun Navy confirming that she was not an executive of the Cajun Navy. She wasn't. United Cajun Navy, whatever. And when we were discussing it earlier, apparently there's an email out there from Straight Out of Context and the same person in which they're discussing how she's got some titles in her name that she shouldn't have, and they just let Straight Out of Context know that they are investigating. Are you okay, Wonderland? If you're confused as to why I'm live again talking about this, there's been a little bit of a disagreement over on Jen's. I was told to come up and then I was blocked, called a liar, a few other things. And I don't like being blocked, so I've come over here just to say what I wanted to say, which is you are funny. Really, really funny. Alright, so I'm just catching up on the comments there, sorry. Yeah, no, I can't go on panel if they block me. And I did prove that they'd blocked me. Can't find her anywhere. And it said, you were blocked by the host. What's up, Jen? Don't want to argue with me? Why not? Weird. Every time I say that, you know the Eminem and MJ Kelly, whatever his name is, that little rap battle that they had. Your beard's weird. Why are you yelling at the mic? Weird beard. Always pops into my head. Yes, accused of us of muting her. I definitely did not mute me. Not me. I said at the beginning of that live. Yeah, I'll go over that in a sec, 'cause apparently she didn't do that. Hey, are you alright to ask that shit is bananas if they're okay to come over, please? Yeah, are they still live at the minute so I can show that? Because if they're not live, well, I mean, I'll be able to show that I can't find her. And if I have to expose my own block list, I will. I'd rather not, but... Alright. Bear with me a second. Got me feeling like morbid. I said I wasn't going to do another live and I'm back already. Yeah, I did invite Naomi to come up, and she did run off and then proceeded to tag me in a post saying that she didn't know me. But when I came in that live, she was like, oh, look who's in the comments. Oh, I'm sorry, Brianna. Yeah, she's muting anybody who calls her out. Okay, so what was I doing? I was showing you guys that she has, in fact, blocked me. Okay. Why is it so zoomed in, though? Cajun Navy. Oh, wait, shit. I'm in messages. Bear with me. Okay, there we go. Cajun Navy Jet. Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
What's that?
There is now a
Where's she gone now?
Very interesting information coming out.
Things that make you go, How do you look at your block list? Alright, that's the balance that I made earlier. That's 17 UK pounds, but that will be going over to Nick's spot fund, so that will be like $20. Settings and privacy, I'm guessing. Privacy? Blocked accounts. It's real awkward, but I'm not seeing Cajun Navy Jen there. So why can't I find you, boo? Bizarre. How bizarre. The thing is, right, I'm a very stubborn person. I've dealt with narcissists my entire life. I grew up with a narcissist as a mother. I will prove anything. Whether that means I have to get my bank up and show all 46 of you in here, I will prove whatever I can possibly prove. I will not sit here and let you call me a scammer because I know it's not true. Now can you do the same? But where would you start? Because the trouble is, you've just been accused of that many. Which one are you going to prove we're lying on first? Deflected, gaslit, lied, straight up lied, said that we called the Cajun Navy. I was asking multiple times in the comment section, show the screenshots. They said the whole live was recorded. How are you recording the live if you're at work? And what are you doing at... Jen, don't you work with elderly people? So... my sister-in-law is a carer, and I know things are different in the UK to the US, but if my sister was at work supposed to be caring for the elderly, and she was fucking about on her phone watching a TikTok live. MPG have got a new video out. Is that on YouTube or TikTok? They said they did not block Jessica. Well, I have just shown, and I'll show it again just for final verification. This is my blocked accounts. And you can see this person, if you was in the live earlier, you'll remember me saying that I blocked her. That's Cindy Lou. We don't mess with Cindy Lou. Planty Bunny was commenting there and she got blocked. They were the only two people to be blocked in my live today. Sweet as Honey got blocked last week. The rest have been previously blocked. That lady because she attacked Tina, my moderator, uncalled for and quite viciously. Nowhere on there is Cajun Navy Jen. But yet, when I go and search her name, the lady doesn't come up anywhere for me. Should we just check I'm actually on the right account, just so we know, you know, there's no doubts. Because I know it might be like, there we go. Alright, now let's go over to my main, because they did block me over there as well. Okay, main account. I'm a bit nervous about my block list on here. Okay, blocked accounts. Oh. I mean, just to start with that actually, why would somebody who's working for Gypsy Habbury and SMB blocked? Oh, Naomi! I hope that doesn't hurt your feelings, babe. Yeah. Cajun Navy Jen's not there though. Yet. Oh. And again. Why am I blocked? If there's no truth to what I'm saying, no truth. If you were so happy for me to come up on panel, I think that's like a mic drop, exit stage left, swivel on it. Six hours. Alright, okay. So again, here we go with the proof. Because look, most things in life can be backed up. Unless your name's Cajun Navy Jen and you're a scammer. Allegedly. For entertainment purposes only. Okay, so my live was how long? 6 hours. Yo, you're adding a whole 3 hours on here. Right, TikTok Studio. Live. Live recordings. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Stop fucking lying. Yeah, it's been handed over to Ivory for Ivory to post on her YouTube. So, hey Bananas, obviously, did you hear in that live, I did see a couple of your comments where they were saying that we apparently called or tried to call the Cajun Navy earlier and took them away from their really important work in Texas for TikTok drama. Okay, well that live will be posted on Ivory's YouTube. Just so everybody knows, it's literally nothing worth watching. This is how the beginning of my live is. You will be able to see what's missing, what's there, because of the time I've just shown you.
So this is my current state.
So this is what I've cropped out.
All in a moment. I'll turn music on whilst we wait. I'm good, thank you. I'll be starting the live in about 10 minutes. I'm just finishing off getting myself ready and presentable because I'm a mess right now. Hey! You sure you want to be up here?
Oh, do you know what? I don't care.
Are you sure?
Yeah, do you know what? You're my number one, always have been, and I've always stuck by you, and I'm always going to stick by you, so.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm just going to throw something on because bear with me.
When I say it, fuck them if they can't take a joke.
Amy, I'm the same. You get the point. So the live is 3 hours 54 minutes long, and I believe I've cropped maybe the first 5 minutes. I have got the full live. Nobody tried to call them. They were contacted months ago when the rally stuff was happening. Cajun, give over. She's joking, she did not. No, apparently they want to see proof of anybody that ever donated to a hotel room. But they can't show us any proof, and they can't answer any questions, and when they're asked they deflect and say that they weren't part of it, and then when they were confronted about being part of it, they get frustrated and angry and rather defensive and start bringing out the blocking buttons. You're just mad because you're a liar and I tell the truth, and you don't want to argue with the truth because facts speak for themselves. I really don't block unless I have to. Like, if you're being really, really annoying, then I will block you. But if it's like something like this and I'm accusing you of something, please do come up and speak. And I've done that for the likes of Brie. I've turned my comments off. Like, it's not like I'm aggressive about it, or I sit here and I try goad you up, or I try acting intimidating like they do. Yeah, come straight into the snake's den. We're all going to sit here and hiss at you, but come lie with us. Nope. Run. Get me out of here. No, we didn't say anything about the Cajun Navy. The only thing that was touched on like that was when Straight Out of Context was talking about that's where they started looking first. That's it. It was like a rabbit hole. I think that's what they were saying. Thank you, TJ, I do try. They've got me a little frustrated this evening just because of the fact that they blocked me. Then when I came back on my main account, it was like, nobody blocked you. We didn't block you. We've been asking you to come up. Yeah, and I'm sorry, I don't know if anyone was watching that live, but just because I flashed my screen to you for 2.5 seconds and say, look, it's Todd. Hey, what are you doing? I pressed play on my live, that's awkward. Let me hold on. Okay. So she holds the phone and it's like, hey, what you doing? I'll ring you back. And then like she taps away on the phone. I'm sorry, but how do I know that you're not texting your husband or your son or your brother or your ex-fiance or whoever and saying, listen, go along with whatever I say, make out you're in Texas? I don't know. I'm asking for proof. You making a phone call and not showing me the person you're actually ringing is not proof. I'm sorry. Give me a straight answer on something. Tell me what happened with the rally. Waiting. I've been asking for a little bit now. But sorry, I'm just little Miss Know-It-All, according to Naomi. If I know it all, why can't I get an answer? Todd is apparently, I think I remember Myra saying this to me, he's like the head of the United Cajun Navy. Amy, would you mind messaging Myra, I know she might not be awake, and asking if I can use a screenshot of that email, please? And if she says yes, are you able to get it out of the group chat? Because I left the group chat, so I can't access it anymore. Hold on. I wonder who plays the role as Todd as well. And like, why did he... I'm sorry, but that ain't receipts to me. The Tinder swindler seemed awful convincing too. I'm just saying. I wonder if Todd's got an email. That would be me saying that I'm considering contacting Todd. That would be me saying that. I won't call him though, because, you know, he's busy. Okay, cool. There isn't a trust for Nick. There's a spot fund for Nick that was set up by MPG Cornerstone Nation last year. That is over on the spot fund website. You can go over, you can read it all for yourself, you can see what it's all about. You just search MPG Cornerstone Nation. Yeah, and then obviously through JPay. There is no like trust for Nick though. Jen was trying to get a trust set up, and when she said that she was very nice to me, I just want to point something out. I only came to her live because I got multiple messages telling me that she was shit talking the group. Multiple. So I went over to her live to see what she was saying, and I see Myra was up there trying to explain a thing or two about the group to her. So I requested up as well. I was on for maybe 5 minutes, and sure, she was polite. The second time I spoke to her, she was patronising as fuck. That seems to be Jen's default tone though. I decided to wear red because I'm clearly like inflaming the bull, getting it going, so. I asked her, but I never got an answer. You won't really get a straight up answer. And yeah, they do raise the voice, which is wild, because I'll just laugh at you. You're not getting me shouting. If I don't agree with somebody, there's no need to like. I went back to check, but can't see anything about Todd. No, it doesn't. I can't remember who it is. It's a screenshot of an email, and it says that Jen is not an executive director of the Cajun Navy. She's nothing but a volunteer. Can you send it me, please? No, she wouldn't address that. Like I said, how can you, Nina, Myra, etc. be in a chat together and not necessarily agree completely, but speak as adults? Yeah. Nina's been very vocal in the past on her opinion about MPG and vice versa. I've always loved Ivory, you know, nothing bad on Ivory at all. Same for Pink Pony, cancelled. I've always loved those ladies. Straight out of context, I don't really know. And if you know Barbara, you'll know she does not get herself involved in any TikTok drama. Many people were commenting earlier, you're never on TikTok lives. That in itself should speak volumes. And this is what, as a community, we should be able to do. Just because people don't necessarily agree on everything, that doesn't mean that you can't come together for the greater good. And right now, the greater good is stopping this community from getting scammed and the wool pulled over their eyes by dangerous individuals. One, who thinks it's okay to encrypt her videos, apparently, and steal your information. The other one, who sets up infiltration groups and flip-flops harder than... I have no examples because, honestly... And then we have Jen. Rally Jen. Where there was no rally because of hurricanes, but the hurricanes, in Charlie's own words, was an excuse that she put forward because nobody knew what to say, because nobody had secured a permit. The one that she had nothing to do with, but she had United Cajun Navy on the bottom of flyers. And the Disability Association, if I'm quite correct in remembering. Just off the top of my silly little mind that doesn't know how to spell anything. May not know how to spell, but I sure do know how to remember, babe. Oh gosh. It's wild to me. I've dealt with people much worse than this woman, and honestly, she thinks that she's going to intimidate me. Not anymore. I was scared to like speak up against it because it's a bigger group. And when you go against them, you get the whole bunch. But honestly, I know I'm speaking the truth, so I've got nothing to hide and I've got nothing to fear. People might not believe me right now, but guess what? This ain't the first time I've been up here telling you about people. And I've had quite a lot of people come and say sorry when they've seen through those people and realised that I was up here speaking the truth. So not to have a big head, but I put it as a matter of time till people are doing the same thing in this situation too. I'm no liar. Hey Rookie. Thank you, Brina. And obviously the same to like the other women as well, because we have to remember first people to speak out was a bunch of popular content creators, people who've been popular in this community for a little while now, and because of the hype around the billboard and everything that was going on, there were other content creators actively encouraging people to go and telling people to go and unfollow Ivory because she tries to come out and warn people and speak up about what she knew to be true. It's wild. I really, really, really don't know. It's hard because there's a large number in the community that just want to blindly follow the latest trend. They want to be involved in something, they want to feel a part of something, so they'll just go with it, even though they've been told. And they probably know in their own mind, this is a bit fishy. So I'd just say be aware yourself and protect yourselves as individuals. I don't really know what more advice I can give, but don't just dish your money out without being cautious. Did I see them attacking the sisters? No. What were they doing? Is that the Petri sisters? Wonderland, fair play. Wow, oh. Actually, I'm not even being funny, that makes me feel sick. And that isn't enough. That's not enough for people to realise. These people do not give a shit about justice for Dee Dee. They don't give a shit. Wild. I need merchandise with a top that says wild. Wild. To sit here and lie and say you want justice for that lady, but you're going to attack her sisters. You're going to sit here and attack the people representing Nick. You are liars, scammers and frauds. Pure, simple, case, point, done. Nothing more to say to you people. Prove to me that you're not. I've shown my proof where my money goes. I want the receipts. Of course you can, Ivory. If you request up. Yeah, no, that was so wrong. So fucking wrong.
Hey, thank you so much, and I won't take too much time up here. I just want to bring up the fact that if you all go to Mimi effing Lou's page and look at the video, they were literally attacking the Petri sisters. It was the most unreal thing I've ever seen. It was so disrespectful. This was their sisters talking about like they have this entitlement, like you need to speak on. The sisters do not need to speak on anything they don't feel comfortable speaking on. Nobody can force them, and there should be no expectation on a deceased person, a victim's family, to speak on anything. And then when I tell you that these people went on live and told everybody that they had their blessing, meanwhile, if you go into the comments, and if she erased them, I have them. They attacked. Fancy was attacking them. Mimi was attacking them. They were attacking Dorla and Claudia so bad. This is not okay, guys. Where is the justice? They're the ones living through this. They're the ones still alive, living through all of this. All because they didn't accept the fact that you can't put Dee Dee and Nick together, guys. And you can't. I believe in justice for both. They respect your belief in Nick if you want to. They've never ever said anything about that. But to sit there and attack these women after you posted a picture of her sister's body on a billboard is not okay. You told everyone that you had their blessing, and then you're dogging them and attacking them in the comments. Guys, this is where is the justice? You can't sit there and you can't call it justice again with all the injustice happening. That is not okay. You think that, listen, I don't know what the relationship between Dorla and Claudia and you know, these people with their sister. That's none of my business. Nobody there's no expectation for anybody to speak. Nobody's got to give you what you want because you're on an app. But to sit there and attack them is absolutely disgusting. And then they're going to sit there, but yeah, it's been 10 years. But you just dog Gypsy for saying it's been 10 years. But you're going to sit there and pull that same thing with them? Guys, this is not okay. I understand people would love to hear their side of the story, but nobody is obligated to give us anything. And if it's really truly about justice, then it has to be about justice for them as well, right? For Dee Dee, for her sister. Where is the justice? We're calling it justice while doing all this injustice. Absolutely ridiculous. And then, let me just say this. For her to sit there and act like we sat on a live all day long, the unaccountable people sat on a live all day long, right? Sorry, there's noise. We sat on a live all day long just to bash them. Meanwhile, what they won't say is you called Jessica out last night. You literally sat there in a live and called people out. But then when we defend ourselves, we're the bullies. Again, y'all make it make sense. Did she not, and if you guys want, I have a recording. If y'all want me to put it out there, I will. Did she not sit there and call Jessica out last night? I'm sorry that people are concerned that you have a history of scamming, a very significant history of scamming. And what's the only thing you could say about people? You want to talk about people's criminal histories. Yeah, but you got one too. I'm just saying, bouncing checks is illegal. You want to sit there and talk about people's abuse story and spin the narrative. But tell me again how you put that story out and just mentioned it, but then tell me how you didn't tell Amber Binky to put a fake page about that story about me. But yet you're the victims. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, they're dried up content creators. You want to make a bet? You want to go for a one-on-one? You want to see who can carry a live better? Is that really what you want? You just want to sit there and tell people that I'm dried up and you're better than me? All right, Jen, you're better than me. But leave these goddamn people alone because I'm so fucking over it.
I mean,
Sorry.
I don't think he's better than you in any way, shape, or form. Just my personal observation.
If she is, good for her. I'm glad you finally became something. I'm glad you finally feel like you're validated. Good for you.
And then to put it all down to jealousy is wild to me because, like, I'm sorry, before she did the billboard, how many people actually knew who she was, like, properly? Apart from just like, oh, was that one who was doing the rally?
The only reason people knew who Cajun Navy Jen was because she was on my live. Just saying, there's that.
I mean, I just knew her as the rally woman. Honestly, that's what I knew her as. And yeah, like, that's about it. She did the billboards again, and I was like, oh, well, I've heard some stuff about this woman. This is concerning.
Then you want to sit there and you want to talk about, first of all, hold a live with Nina. You want to sit there and call Nina out. You're so lucky that Nina's got grace and doesn't even go after you. She doesn't even acknowledge you. Because I can assure you, that's one argument you're never going to win. But yet you want to sit there and, call these people out and act like you're not calling them out. Say names, Jen. Because you want to sit there and say you want proof. You want me to show it. You want everyone to put out the proof. Say the word and I'll put it all out there. I will 100% back it all up. If everyone's given me permission to put out screens, I've never put out people's messages with me. But if you're saying that I can and everyone agrees that I can, I will. I will never put out a screenshot of a conversation anybody had with me privately. But if you're giving me permission, then I will. You want to sit there and put out conversations? You want to sit there and say nobody's coming with receipts? Then tell me this, though. Tell me that if the receipts get put out there, you're not going to cry victim. That's only fair. You were asking for the receipts. I will show them 100%. All of us will. But then don't cry and sit there and act like I'm just sitting here bullying.
What she said. You can't really...
Gold and Pink were part of that rally when it all went down, y'all. They were in the group. And I can assure you, they have word for word every correspondence that ever happened.
Not just that. I remember when Myra and Straight Outta Context did their little video, and at that point, because Pink was friends with Cajun Navy Jen, she commented on Myra's video and put, "You sound ridiculous." Because she was friends with Jen, she believed what she was being told. She'd been pulled into it. Do you know what's wild? is I saw a comment in the chat earlier and it was identical. You all sound ridiculous. And I thought, yep, and you've been pulled in. And I give you 6 months before you realise too. Tops. Tops. She does pull people in. She does come across as falsely charming. She does seem like she gives the air of self-importance and like she knows what she's doing, but she knew what she was doing that much. She didn't even sort something as simple as permit out.
You know, she wants to sit there and say, she sat there on the live tonight and said, I never had anything to do with the rally. I never said I was going to do anything. I never was going to set up, you know, the permits. I had nothing to do with the media, but I just sent that video to Sam, who sent it to Jess. Did you all not hear that say that she had her Fox News people out there and all of these people were set up to record it and to speak about it? And did I not just prove that? That's a lie, right? That just knocked down one of the things you just said.
I'll just play that video again.
Oh, we can't hear you, Jess.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, I was covering my microphone. I'll play that video again just for anybody who wasn't here when we did play it. But this is a screen recording.
Jeanette, who doesn't even like me, all right, just said she heard that. Jeanette has no reason to back up what I just said.
Let me turn this down. So I'm going to play a clip, which is Jen on Morbid's panel talking about the rally she had nothing to do with, and talking about her media networks and how she's emailed Tyler Coyle. But Tyler Coyle says he's never spoke to her in his life. So let me just get that for you guys.
Also, I think someone sent you a message of, again, I never collected money and not did anything with it. However, I think someone sent you a video of Jen saying she was all month long on her birthday month. She was going to send her birthday money to Natasha Cooper. There's the video. And then I have the screenshot of Natasha Cooper denying it and saying she never received it.
Can somebody let me know where they sent me that, please, so I can show that?
I think it was on your main page.
Thank you. Perfect. Right. So.
Appeal.
Okay.
Being denied at the state level, and these guys are still going forward.
Yeah, so what it is, and I've spoke with them out there in Missouri, he's got one state level with the Supreme Court to go before a grand jury left. If that gets denied for him to go before the grand jury at the Missouri Supreme Court level, he will go straight to the U.S. Supreme Court in Washington. That will be it. So that's why we decided to go ahead and do this one at the Supreme Court building in Jefferson City to get media attention. You know, we've got a few national agencies like Fox and them that'll be out there. We're going to do interviews beforehand and really just to get more people thinking and more eyes on Nick, because he's running out of time, and nobody's really put this effort in for Nick all these years. They've been so wrapped up in Gypsy, and here we are at almost the finish line, and it's kind of like we gotta get off the pot, kind of thing. So
Yeah, since you could just go email there and get more information. But again, you guys could do the screenshot earlier from the flyer that I showed you guys on the screen.
Yeah, we would love that. And we've got hotels that are working with discounted rates, and a lot of people are driving up and carpooling, and like I said, we'll have lots of media there, mental health organizations that will rally for Nick, and I think it's going to be a wonderful turnout,
Organizations?
because of creators.
Sorry, what was that, Ivory?
Where's all the correspondence with all these organizations that were showing up?
Yeah, exactly. And I did see Straight Out of Context pop into the chat there, so I know you're probably confused why we're going over this again. It's just that they went live and we're talking about some, it was messy, but essentially they blocked me after telling me to go up on panel and show my screenshots. So here I am on my own, being as they blocked me on theirs. And again, the invitation still stands. Please do feel free to come on over and respond to these false accusations. So I'm just going to get the other video up. Just give me a second, guys. I need to log into my other account.
Had enough. She was absolutely blocked. They sit there and they say, why don't you come over here with your real accounts and have conversations like grown-ass women? Jess went over there, and then actually, I'm going to be honest, Mimi was going to let her up on the panel, and Jen's like, no, we're not doing this. No. Why? We all wanted to be able to be direct and have transparency, right, and have grown-ass conversations. Why couldn't Jess come up on the panel? Mimi was willing to let her.
And honestly, this is what's sad. People think I'm going after every single person that's associated with that billboard. I'm not doing that.
I agree. In fact, I believe a lot of them don't even know what's going on or have any proof of what happened. I really believe they're all riding blind.
Yep. And you can tell with some of them, like Mimi's sat up there so sure of herself, so convinced she's doing right, and it's sad because it's like you're attacking people and you're burning bridges with people. You want to be careful that you don't need to cross those bridges in the future. You don't know how badly you could be treated down the line. Okay, so bear with me. Is this the right video?
Strawberry shortcake. Thank you, Jonah. I'm windblown. I took my brother to get his new Harley. So I'm tired. I've been on overnights for like 9 days, and tonight's my last one for like 9 days. And tonight's my last one for this week, and I'm just tired. I don't know why I do this. I own the company. So, and hopefully, thank you for the heart. Oh, that's what I was going to say tonight. So this is my birthday month, and I always tell you guys, don't worry about giving me gifts, but if you do, I'm going to donate all of my TikTok money to Nikki, who is Natasha's sister, this month. So any gifts that I give, I will screenshot it.
So this is her live lagging. It's not my point.
Okay, can you hear me now? Am I still freezing, or am I here? Am I good? Okay, good. I'm good? Okay. So this month is my birthday month, and I always tell all of you, do not give me any gifts. But if you do give me gifts this month, I'm going to donate it all to Nikki, who's Natasha's sister, so that maybe she can get her nails done or do something to make her feel better while she's going through her cancer journey. So if I do get any gifts, I'm going to donate it all to her sister. So anything that comes through, it'll be from all of us, and I will send it somehow to over there. Am I still freezing? Some people are saying no, and some people are saying I'm fine. Can you hear me? Most people are saying I'm fine. Yes means I'm freezing, or no, I'm not. Am I fine? Okay, yes, can hear you. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do with all of my donations or my gifts this month, is we will send it over to Nikki, who is Natasha's sister, and she can do something nice for herself while she's on her cancer journey. So that's what I'm going to do with all my gifts. It's my birthday month, and I always give, and I will double it. I will match it and double it. Whatever I get in TikTok gifts on here, I will double it, and I will send it over to Nikki for her to go get her nails done or whatever makes her feel better, or however it can help. So that's what I'm going to do.
Sorry, go on, Ivory.
She didn't make anything. She actually made a lot that one live. She actually made a lot in that one live. And then I think you have the message where we asked Natasha Cooper. Now, Natasha Cooper hates my guts, but I'm sure if you ask her, she'll admit it. There was nothing ever given. I can show you my Cash App screenshot where I promised it and I sent it and even sent extra. And me and Natasha Cooper didn't get along. So I'm sure she can go back into her Cash App like I did and just show the receipt to that.
But what she'll actually say is, I'm not entertaining this. I'm not entertaining this.
You want to believe it, you believe it. They say it, you want to believe it, go ahead. But then don't ask for receipts.
Don't tell people you're going to be transparent if that's how you're going to respond when people ask you to be transparent. So I'm just waiting on the confirmation. I've just sent my email over. So I'm waiting on the messages from Natasha to confirm that she never received any money. So just a quick recap for anybody who's
I have it. How can I send it to you? Actually, I can't pull up a green screen, can I?
Hold on, I think she sent it.
Hold on, is anybody in this chat that can send that to Jessica really quick? Oh, Jessica, she sent it to you. Tina Lou, why don't you know what? Natasha Cooper hates me, but somebody go in her live and ask her and she'll be honest.
Okay, I've got it. So, hey girl, I was wondering if Cajun Jen ever donated any money, like she said, for your sister. Not a cent. I thought you never asked for any money anyway.
She always says, I don't accept gifts, but if you do gift, I'll donate it. She says it all the time, but never shows proof. You all know that you've heard that before. Come on.
But then, that's wild. To sit there and accuse me last night of being the scammer and the one stealing money. Okay, so Cajun Navy Jen is a creator within the Jitverse community, and she has made claims previously about being an executive director for the Cajun Navy, the United Cajun Navy. These claims have been put into question multiple times across the time of her being on the internet. Businesses she's had have Google reviews claiming that services were not carried out that were claimed they were going to be carried out. Last year, she was part of a rally that did not take part. That rally had flyers that was advertising discounted hotel rooms and things of that nature. They didn't even secure a permit, but they lied to everybody and said it was cancelled due to hurricanes.
I'm going to interrupt really quick. Now, you said that the flyer had the American Disabilities Association and all that, right? You just heard her on Morbid's Live saying she had all these organizations show up. So tell us how you didn't actually lie to everybody and put it on the flyer, because you were going around telling everybody all these organizations were involved.
And again, trying to throw it on two young women. And I know Becca and Doodlebug are grown up. I know they've done some things, and trust me, I don't like those women, but they are young women in comparison to Jen. I believe they've got children at home, and for her to still be sat there and putting it on them. But the way she dresses it up, it's like, it's their fault, but I like them. They're nice. What? It's the same with Ethan. Like, I'm sorry, but the way she watched him get attacked, she was all right having a name up there and associated when it was all the glory. But then as soon as things got a little bit tough, no, I don't think people should just be putting money in. And it's hard because, look, I say when people come on here and ask people, like, just sit battling all day. No. Sorry, I'm not in favour of that. Like, I've done the occasional battle with my friends as fun, like where we're all on and we battle each other maybe twice. I don't come live to make money off people. If I make money, it gets donated. If I don't have anything to donate it to, it gets regifted to my friends or to other people who go live.
I absolutely have shown proof of every time I told my chat that we as a group would donate. I've always matched it, and I have shown receipts every single time. Otherwise, I don't even like to gift. I just ask my people to like my live.
Yeah. Butterfly, you're welcome. Again, you were offered this earlier, but you are welcome to come up on panel, even though you attacked my moderator horribly, and even though you called me a liar in the other live, you have no proof of it. I would like to know what I've lied on. I've already shown the proof that they blocked me. I've already shown proof of lives, screen recorded lives where she's asking for money, and then the screenshots they don't go.
Live she just held where Mimi was gonna let you come up on the panel and she refused to let you, and then you got blocked. If you want, I'll give it to you. I'll send it to you. You can show. I have the recording.
So, no, Coco, you're right. Sorry, babe. She can go. Fly back to your minion. Putting a butterfly and a heart at the end of your messages doesn't make them nice. It actually just comes across as even meaner, just to let you know. And on that note, go cry to Jan.
I feel like if people want to be in here and see, they should see both sides, right? There's nothing wrong with that. As long as they're being respectful, you should be able to see both sides.
Yeah, and that's fine for the most part. And if anybody wants to come up and ask the questions, that's fine. But that individual herself, no. Yeah, I know I'm lucky I didn't go up because there was how many of them and one of me, and I'm sorry, but they were pulling me apart for my spelling. I'm sorry. You work for United Kingdom Navy, but you are discriminating against people with disabilities, learning difficulties. That's wild. Crazy.
That.
Crazy.
And I do know that since receipts were asked for, that we are gathering the receipts from the conversations from the rally. So just give us a few minutes and we are working on them if you all are interested in seeing them, since they were asked for. And since they asked, I'm going to assume that's permission to show it.
If you have a second device, you can receive messages. I can check my messages right now too. Okay.
Sarah, I don't know you, but that's funny. I'm sorry. I just laughed a little bit.
Okay, guys, I'm getting the screenshots to put up on now, and I believe these are regarding the permit, so I'll just be a second. Oh, I love these ladies. You wanted receipts. They've got receipts. So, in that live, when I asked Jen about the rally, she couldn't answer. I think I also asked about the permit. She said she wasn't a part of it. That says Jen. I know I can't spell, but I can read. That says Jen. I don't know, but I would write up something and submit it to different agencies. Probably be after I get a quick morning nap. I'm working until 8 a.m. Also, I'll try to swing by the office tomorrow and get the copy of the... What's that word?
Drop. There's the receipt that everybody asked for. And again, I'm assuming that since you asked for it, that was permission to show it. Any other receipts? What other receipts? Because we got quite a few.
So there was another couple of messages. I just really wanted... I couldn't wait. I needed to share that one.
All of my receipts come without downing somebody's abuse victim story and spinning the narrative. Just saying. Bam. And I can't even take credit for that.
And so she was claiming that Becca and Doodlebug were taking care of all of that. That was all on them to do. But here's Becca saying that she's called multiple numbers around Jeff City and made them aware of what was going to happen because Jen took care of the permit. But did she though? Nope. Nope, she didn't. She didn't do that.
Oh, you know what? Actually, guys, give me a second. I got something really fun for you. Hold on.
Okay, while she gets that, we've got another one from Jen. I just talked to my office manager and she said that she's sure the fee was like less than $50 if memory serves for the permit. She's going to pull the check carbon when she gets there. Becca, okay, sounds good. Now, is this giving any of you ladies, anybody watching, sorry, ladies or gentlemen, the impression that Becca and Doodlebug were responsible for handling that permit? No? Mimi? Anywhere to be seen? Jersey? You was on about blocking me. Anything to say? Waiting. Angel, long story short, Cajun Navy Jen's a scammer. Allegedly.
Ow.
Yes, Jen, you should be ashamed, and all things come to light in the end. Hey, Mac, I'm not saying I don't believe you, but I didn't see it. So, in the last live that I was just in the comments on, when she was asked, she was saying she wasn't supposed to take care of the permit. She didn't know why the rally was cancelled. But here she is, saying that she's resolving the permit. And she's there throwing the blame of this onto two young women. Well, they were all the screenshots that I got sent at the moment about the permit, but that resolves that one. Jen was supposed to handle the permit. Not Becca, not Doodlebug, Jen.
Lala, she just showed proof that she was blocked from the live. In fact, Jen was in there saying, no, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. When Mimi wanted to pull her up.
I can show it again.
To Mimi, I think Mimi was legitimately trying to bring her up and have the conversation. However, Jen wouldn't allow it.
Okay, so. Right, we're going to show both my accounts. We're currently on my main account here. Jessica Ann Lynham. So I'm going to show it again. I'm going to go straight over to my block list. Privacy. I've already done this twice and I'm still like, how do I do it? Okay, so last blocked accounts: Tony, Exposed Gypsy Rose, Munchie, I Don't Give a Fuck, Camille, The Good Wife's Network, Free Brie, SMB Explores, Naomi, but I am not seeing Cajun Navy Jen anywhere. Yet, when I search her name, the lady is nowhere to be found.
Shaggy. Very interesting information coming out today that Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
So where's the main account gone? Oh, have you sent it me, Amy? And just for the part about whether she is an executive director or not, What's this? I need my camera around because I've got to show you my sarcastic face.
Hold on, what's the name underneath there?
Info at United Cajun Navy.
It says sincerely, what's the name?
Oh, Chad Farnstock. Let me have a look. It's like Farnstock, Fhenstock.
I just wanted to Google that name, make sure that they are who they say they are. Oh, Chad is the secretary of the United Cajun Navy. So I think the secretary would know who the executive director is, right? Without having to look it up?
Yeah. And he does know who she is, and I'm just going to put my shoulder there so I can't be accused of doxing, even though her name is already public knowledge. So first, allow me to apologise for the unprofessional social media interaction you witnessed. Oh, sugar, I'm trying my best. Give me a sec, guys. I'm just going to go and scribble her full name out. Wait, she did give me permission to show this proof, though, didn't she? She did ask me to show these receipts.
Ask for receipts. I'm gonna interpret that as permission.
Okay, we're good then. So, hey Joy, if you'd like to take note, first allow me to apologise for the unprofessional social media interaction you witnessed. It is wrong and not in alignment with the core values of the United Cajun Navy. I have forwarded your email to our entire board for investigation. Jennifer Toby is currently a volunteer at the United Cajun Navy and holds no official position other than that of a volunteer. We will be conducting a review of your material and her social media accounts and deciding on the next steps. Any more proof that you'd like me to show, Jen?
Wait, hold on. The good stuff is coming. Give us a second. We're gathering it.
Okay, and Cancel did write me.
We'll go all the way in, right?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you saw. You got it?
Maybe. Is that what is that?
Yep.
Ew.
Wait, there's more.
I'm gonna need to go get a glove because that tea is too hot to hold. What the fuck?
I know recliner. It's okay.
Okay, so it's there, and I'm gonna show the rest of that article as well.
Oh, there's another article that gets even better.
Oh, Ivory, stop teasing. Okay. A car chase was caught on police dash cam at a Florida golf course as a woman drove over the fairways and across a green with golfers jumping out of the way. It has also been reported in other media outlets such as Yahoo News, MSN.com, WFLA, Microsoft News, MSN, the Miami Herald, among others. The driver was Jody Ann Harvey of Vero Beach, FL. At about 1 p.m. Tuesday, 7th December, tried to blah, blah, blah. Harvey travelled around 7 miles north to the Grand Harbour Golf and Beach Club complex. Myra, request up.
Would you like me to give you a rundown of what this is?
Yes.
Ultimately, her business partner was high and chased somebody down. Now remember that business partner's name, because the next article is going to go into the raffle that she went and supposedly the winner didn't claim it, and then all of a sudden her business partner won the business raffle that she put out.
Oh.
But after that, there's more. It's coming. There's more after that.
So this is the part that confirms what she's just said, that Jodie Harvey was a co-founder, along with Jennifer Leatherman-Toby, of Treasure Coast Compassionate Care. Oh. Sorry, guys. Turn that down. I mean, already we've managed to show a hell of a lot more receipts than what she has. Try again, because I did accept you, and oh, there we go, I see you now. I've got a couple of requests from Stacey and To Be Me. Would you mind just popping in the chat what you would like?
Hold on a second. I need to share some things.
Joy, can I just point out, they asked for receipts. Now there's receipts. It's going to be, what's the point of looking her up? I didn't look this information up. Ivory did not look it up.
Nor did Pink, nor did Canceled, nor did anybody look this up. It was sent to us. And we still didn't show it. We still kept it quiet. After all those threats and all of those, we never said a thing about it. But since you're asking for receipts on why I think you're scamming, then I will gladly show them.
Just for now, yeah.
No, it wasn't her driving, it was her business partner. But wasn't she telling us all the other day in a live about how it's not just you, it's who you associate with? Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
I'm going to make you the big box for a second, Myra, just whilst I have a drink.
Now, I want people to remember one thing. I've sat on this. I've had this for a very long time. If I hated Jen and it was all about being a bully, wouldn't I have dropped this a long time ago?
Okay, so here's something that I found while I was doing my deep dive. I'm going to share my screen. This article was very interesting. If you can see this, this is from Hometown News. In here, it mentions that Jen is starting a nonprofit called Angels of IRC to raise funds to fulfill emergency needs for seniors. I think this was back in 2017. You can see that. Let me see what else I have. So she wanted to start that nonprofit. Some more stuff about it in here. Here we go. The other thing I have, oh my God, I don't even know. Look at this is all the stuff that I did. Do you guys see this? Do you guys see all of this? These are all the screenshots that I have. Like, I've been looking into this. So her Treasure Coast Compassionate Care, if you look at her LLC, it's not activated. It's been deactivated. It's inactive since 2023. She did have a business, and a lot of people were complaining about how shitty it was. But I just wanted to share with you guys the that she did want to start a nonprofit. This right here is a fundraiser that she did, if you can see, 7 years ago. and she did cancel it, and we did look into it, but it was never postponed.
And I don't believe it was refunded, because I think that was in the comments, because I saw that too.
Yeah, this right here. That's the fundraiser. We found that because we were just a little bit, it was weird. And it kind of like for us, it was like, wait a minute, the same thing that is happening with the rally, we saw it happening with this fundraiser. See, this is a thing, 2017. What else did I find? Okay, no, this is information on nonprofits. This post on Instagram, I don't know if you saw this, Ivory.
I don't think I saw that one.
This has to do with her business. This was in 2018. This is her thing for the business. Pull that up. 2017. This is on Instagram. Stuff like this we were looking into. The rally. I'm sure that a lot of you have seen the flyers before.
Now, I was telling Jessica before, I don't know if you were in here, that with the flyers saying that, the American Disabilities Association and the Cajun Navy, she said, oh, that was a typo, that was a mistake. However, we also heard the video of Sir Morbid where she was saying she had all these organizations and all these news media outlets showing up.
You're right here, how she listed herself as that on her social media. And we already saw the email, but if you look at the 2020, the IRS 990, she's not listed as that in 2020 or in 2021. I pulled that stuff and she should have been listed there, but you can pull this stuff out there. These are all of their tax filings. You can pull it up through ProPublica, but you can also see it on the IRS website. And if you go back to 2020, right here, this is their 990. You scroll down, and at the bottom of this, you should see the list of employees, because they have to report themselves. You see this section right here? These are the people that are supposed to work for the organization. Her name is not in there, and this is from 2020. She said she became an executive director in 2020, but she's nowhere to be found on this list. So then I'm like, okay, let's go to 2021. Go to 2021. Pull the filing. At that point, she would have been in there for a year. Like, even if she started late 2020, she still should have been listed as an employee. So I go down, down, down. Where is it? This is not hard to find, guys. Like, you can find it online. Where is the list of employees? Because she's not even listed on this one either.
Hey, Jess, Cancel sent you some emails. And also, while you're looking for that, someone in the comments just said, but isn't this all about being on the same side and for justice? Well, let me ask you, whether you're justice for Nick or justice for Dee Dee, do you really think if you're justice for Dee Dee, you should be dogging her sisters, who obviously went through this with the family, whatever their stance is, it's none of our business, but to sit there and dog those people in comments after you sat on a live all day yesterday, telling these people that you had their blessing, lying. Meanwhile, you're in the comments where they're telling you you don't have their blessing, and you're literally all dogging them fancy. Everyone's jumping in on them, talking about what the expectations. Like there's expectations for Dee Dee's sisters to go out and do anything.
All right, 2022. We're on 2022. I showed you 2020 and 2021. What is this? Nowhere. Nowhere to be found listed as an executive director. I can pull 2023 right now. Yeah, I'm here. 2023. Let's go to 2023. This is the last filing, by the way. They have not filed 2024 yet. Right here, 2023. What is that? Nothing. She's not there.
Hey Jess, do you have the pictures of the comments where they were dogging Claudia and Darla?
Sorry guys, my live had a moment, so it's booted Ivory and Myra off. Guys, are you able to request back up to the panel, please? Sorry about that. And just whilst I'm waiting for them to request up, I'll just continue showing what I was showing you guys. Sorry, my app just crashed completely out. So luckily it just said this in the live.
Even the app is like, whoa! They showed the
Literally. Okay, so I know Amber is wanting to come up.
Why I literally was twitching. My friend was like, "You really this in the bed,"
Okay.
and like I thought I was.
I don't know if Pink's supposed to.
Like I was fine. Oh, that's horrible. But I was like vibrating.
I can't mute her.
I told my I've had weird feelings from out
I've disconnected her. I don't think she's meant to come up. Oh God, I feel really bad now.
I just don't know what she was talking about and didn't want her private.
No, absolutely not. Me either. So, just to continue on from that article I was showing a minute ago about Jen's business partner, it goes on to state that what's interesting is despite knowing Jodie Harvey for 20 years, on January 27th, 2017, 4 months after founding Treasure Coast Compassionate Care, Jennifer Leatherman Toby filed articles of amendment of an organisation removing Jodie Harvey as one authorised to manage Treasure Coast Compassionate Care because of previously undisclosed felony convictions. Didn't she do a background check as she says she does with all her employees? The above image was October 16th, 2017, 9 months after removing her as an authorised manager. The image above that was February 25th, 2018. So then on to the next screenshot. This is a post that Jen made, or like a comment she's responded to. It's been heartbreaking the past 20 years I've known her to watch what she's done to her son. He's a good boy and I hope he continues to live his life and find a way to put the abuse she's put him through behind him. What is interesting is that according to the Indian River County Sheriff's Office in December 2018, Jodie was arrested for DV. I'm sorry, wasn't that what she was accusing one of the ladies who were up here of earlier?
Yep.
Interesting. On August 21st, 2006, Harvey was arrested for possession of a rug, felony, flee, and elude. On October 28th, 2009, Harvey was arrested for words I cannot say. What is interesting is that Jennifer Leatherman Toby apparently must not have done a background check on Harvey before. Sorry, guys. Before entering into business with her in 2016. On July 25th, 2018, Harvey was arrested for possession. Harvey was arrested for battery of an officer, firefighter, EMT, etc., disorderly intoxication. So these are the people that she goes into business with. Wow, that's wild. But I don't think we're done either. So moving on then. Sorry, Ivory, go on.
I was just saying, no, we're not done.
So this is a separate page, and this is discussing other things. So what's interesting is that Treasure Coast of Compassionate Care has been registered at blah, 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 blah. So multiple different addresses. What's interesting is that on Jennifer Leatherman Toby's Facebook page, she lists that she is National Executive Director at United Cajun Navy. We contacted United Cajun Navy, and she is not the National Executive Director.
Oh, that's somebody not on TikTok. Hold on. That's somebody not on TikTok in my group. I've never met that person.
But we're just jealous women. All of us talking about her are just jealous women.
That must have been real jealous.
Wild. So she is a local volunteer. See related article below as to false positions. So bear with me. As for Miss Leatherman Toby, posting as the chair at the United Way of Indian River County and a board member of the Samaritan Centre, I sat on the BOD for Samaritan Centre for Homeless Families in 2009 to 2010. I sat chair for United Way as well. Chair means you sit amongst your peers in the community to vote to allocate funds to charitable organisations who are requesting it. As for the timely rent payments, we received an image of this cheque. As for personal... Go on, Ivory.
No, that's okay. I'm sorry.
You're all right. As for the personal PayPal account, no comment. Bear with me. As to a business address of 3 blah 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 and zoned for multi-family housing, Miss Leatherman Toby provided a copy of this certificate, commenting, "You are more than welcome to log on and see my previous address. Now it is the Ocean Drive address, not only with the county, but with the state of Florida."
Mind you, those are the business addresses that she had.
Oh, this one's hard to read. Okay. So, I certify... Hold on, guys. Let me go back and zoom. Okay, so this was the certification of her business for Treasure Coast Compassionate Care, LLC, is a limited company in the state of Florida. So those were all... Goodness, I couldn't find my way back to the live then. Right, okay. So, sorry, I'd just gone off to get some more screenshots. So, as mentioned earlier, they have been attacking the Petri sisters. Disgusting, by the way. But here are the screenshots of what was going off over there. So, Claudia puts, "Why on God's green earth would you put my sister's name in the same sentence with him? There's a big problem here. You can support them both because I understand There's plenty of people for my sister, and I know it can't just be me that feels this way, because I, for one, do not support him. There has to be other ways to support them separately. Mimi says, why on earth would you guys not have a problem with it when we came to you guys about it, but now you have a problem with it? No, just respect. I think she means no disrespect. Oh, but you want to come at me about my spelling when you've got such poor grammar. Proofread your messages before you hit send. Sorry. No, just respect. But you guys have had 10 years to do something. It's very suspicious how you guys... ... We're acting at the moment. God, that hurts my head to read. Claudia puts, I pray nothing like this ever happens to any of you. It's really a shame how our sister will never have peace, even after this horrific event happened. Oh yeah, and when they're asked about that, they take no accountability for that. Fancy, of all people, wants to come in and start chiming in on this family. Why on God's green earth have you not stood up for your sister? Don't feign actual compassion now. You could have stopped this. You chose not to. If you don't like the way advocacy is being done for your sister, then do something better. You had 10 years and now you just want everyone to stop advocating her. Why? Because you took the blood money just like the rest.
That's wild.
That's coming from the lady who's got a paid Patreon. And this website's for what again? Remind me now. Justice for who?
Sisters, right? For their sister? That's what it's supposed to be, and they got the blessing and all?
Mm-hmm. Not very fancy of her at all. I love that, CJ. Yeah. Exactly. And Fancy is the same person who goes and puts all the FOIA documents behind paywalls, documents that she doesn't even research herself. I mean, for God's sake, this lady was literally sat on a goldmine of medical records that show Gypsy had a microdeletion, diagnosed, proven, and she didn't know about it till somebody else went through her bloody records. But sure, I'm a scammer. Yeah, it's hard because, like, you know, when that live happened the other day and they were like, show your proof, get your receipts, show your proof. And I wrote in the comments saying they can't just pull proof out like that.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been sitting on this for all of it for a long time. Every time she wanted to call me out for proof, I'm like, I'm not gonna do it because one, I mean, you can see it, like I'm saying it, and two, you don't want to. I'm not trying to drag anybody. I'm not a bully, because again, I've had this all for a long time, and I could have put it out. I could have sat there and did all of the things that they accused me of doing, but I didn't. The only reason I'm pulling it out now was because you asked for it for the millionth time, and now I'm giving it. But again, I tried not to give it. I tried to just, do you really want it?
It's not just Fancy, Aleph, it was me too.
And if you go to Jen's page on her video about the Justice for Dee and Nick website, she's in the comments telling everybody that she had their blessing. That they specifically gave her their blessing.
When actually the lady she spoke to was called Nanny.
And to be honest with you, Nanny jumped up in her live and said, I am not a representative for them. I'm not going to lie. She did. Nanny sat there and said, but I'm not a representative for the family. Please stop saying that. So I think it was just Jen trying to look for something or to blame somebody, and because she wasn't getting the blessing that she was telling everyone she was getting, and she was trying to throw people under the bus.
Dinah, if you do want to come up, you're more than welcome to, because obviously this does relate to you as well. But yeah, this wasn't just Fancy. This was also Mimi. and I'm sorry, but to sit there and say you're doing all this. Ivory said it really well earlier. If you think back to Jen's original lives about the flyers and all of this happening, she was sat talking about how Gypsy's playing with the big girls now, and if you want to play, we can play. There was a lot of stuff said, but this wasn't about getting awareness out on the case to start off with. This was a case of, you've tagged me in a post, now middle fingers to you, I'm going to ruin your night out and embarrass you.
And if this was all really about me just not liking Jen and just wanting to be vindictive, wouldn't I have dropped all this stuff a long time ago?
Yeah.
But I
And
tried not.
what business would I have getting involved in anyone's personal vendetta against Jen? What about Straight Out of Context? What about Not Sorry Charlie and Myra? All these ladies that have, and Nina, cancelled. Pamela, we're all liars. Hey, Dinah.
Hey, baby.
I don't know if you spoke to the sisters today, but if you have, I hope they're okay, because this is fucking disgusting.
No, I haven't actually talked to them today. Last night was the last time I spoke to them.
Well, I hope they know that not everybody on the app is this horrible, because there's people out here advocating for Dee Dee that actually care, and I understand why they feel the way they do about not wanting Nick's name in the same sentence as their sisters, and that is understandable.
And they've always said that.
Absolutely. Anybody in their right mind can see. I know, I'm going to be honest. I believe in the justice for both of them, and not necessarily justice for Nick just in his trial, and you know what I mean? But while I believe in both, you cannot respectfully put them together. It's not the same kind of justice.
Unfortunately, wild bird they are, yeah. And it's disgusting. Justice for who?
So this message that you have up there is saying that ain't Noni messaged them. I mean, I don't know when y'all actually got this, but this would have been sometime yesterday after I spoke to them. Way after, I guess, even.
These messages were actually from just a couple of hours ago.
Oh, okay. Because I'm seeing 7 and 9 hours and whatever. So maybe she.
Oh yeah, well then they're from 7 and 9 hours ago, because I only took them a little while ago.
Okay. So yeah, like, because I knew when I saw Fancy on board with them, I was like, they don't like Fancy. So I mean, I'm not gonna make my own judgment. I'm gonna ask, So I asked them. I was like, "Did y'all okay this?" And she's like, "No." And she pretty much, like, we talked whatever, and she asked me to get with the person that was doing the billboard and asked them who was talking, because it wasn't them, because that was the other thing. I got like 7 messages about the website, and then I had 2 messages from like Jen saying she talked to the family and they were okay with it. And I literally sent her that, and she was like, I don't even know these people, like, can you like tell them, and we just want to be left alone. So yeah, they didn't know about none of this until yesterday morning when I messaged her.
I just, what really bothers me is that to sit there and say all of this is for justice for Dee Dee, and then to go into the comment section and do this to her sisters is an extreme injustice. It is not our business, their relationship with their sister. It is not our business. They are under no obligation to give any of us an explanation for anything. I need people to understand that. They are not obligated to do anything but grieve on their own with their family. to sit there and act like people are obligated to give an explanation on anything, and then sit there and say that all of this nonsense that you're doing is for justice for the woman, while you put a billboard up of her in that horrible way. How is that justice, guys? We're sitting there and we're doing all this horrible, evil stuff in the name of this so-called justice. I really need people to open their eyes. What is justice for real?
Right?
Well, unfortunately, Claudia, anybody who asks these people any questions seems to get attacked. And that doesn't seem to matter whether you are the family of Dee Dee or not. And that is absolutely, absolutely sickening. And somebody put, this isn't about them, it's about Gypsy. And like I said in my comment, take their names out of it and call it Exposed Gypsy Rose.
Don't sit there.
It should be a name with her name, not Dee Dee or Nick's, especially together. I mean, I don't understand how you can have justice for Dee Dee and Nick together. I don't get it. I know on separate notes that how people want to get the Munchausen whatever off her name and get her name back to be respected and stuff like that. And then Nick on his, because of his trial, I understand all that. But if really and truthfully, at the end of the day, Nick did do it. So why would anybody in the family really want, I guess, justice for him? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I can absolutely understand what you're saying, and I can absolutely respect it. You know what I mean? Like, and I think for a lot of us who speak on justice for Nick is about the trial itself and how all of that went wrong.
And that's what I do too. Like, I agree with it because I watched the trial for the whole week.
But Nick admitted to doing it, and he took responsibility and accountability for it. And I need people to remember that. Like, he said, yes, I did this. Yes. You know what I mean? So to sit there and act like he didn't do what he did to Dee Dee is horrible.
I'm on a backup account. This is Ryan Lee. I ended up, I went on a live calling people out the day that it happened with the billboard and whatever, and said how disgusting it was that these people were doing this. And I got called to see you next Tuesday by Fancy and got blocked on everything because.
So you a target of Fancy?
Oh, she was real mad that because I said this is disgusting to be putting up billboards and flyers and trying to take away businesses' money and for what? Like, what is the point of this? I didn't know she was involved I had no idea that she was involved in the actual thing, and I'm having a live about it, and the next thing I know, I get sent a clip of her fucking reaming me and saying all this shit and calling me a see you next Tuesday on her YouTube. And then she blocked me everywhere because, God forbid, I have an opinion on a situation.
Exactly. Well, Ryan, you know me and stuff like this. Would the Petri family be saying okay to anything that Fancy's doing?
I don't understand how you could put Dee Dee and Nick on the same thing and say it's justice for anything.
No, but you also know about the Petris and Fancy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. You've been knowing about this for a while because we've spoken and whatnot. Would they approve anything Fancy would do?
No.
Claudia's just put in the chat now. And speaking for,
I didn't even know he was here.
Speaking for Nick's representatives as well, no for them too, because guess what? Fancy's gone pissed everybody off who's actually part of this. Everybody.
I don't understand how, God forbid I have
He ain't no need.
An opinion of my own. And I mean, I'm sorry, I just think it's disgusting. I don't see why there needed to be a billboard put up and everything else. I don't know. It's wild.
I agree. I spoke, I didn't want anything to do with the billboard. I asked people, please.
Oh, she has, Raven? Okay.
I don't want to make comments on it, and I got seriously attacked for it by every direction because I didn't want to speak on it. Don't tag me in it. I'm just not going to bring any light to it. And I also don't think that a woman, Dee Dee's body, should not, in justice, in the so-called name of justice, have been on a billboard with her granddaughter. Guys, that's still her granddaughter. Now, you may not like Gypsy, but that baby is innocent, and that's still
So
Yes.
Dee Dee's body wasn't on it. I did think it was, and I freaked out, and because I had posted it, and it went by so fast. It does look like it, but I got it sent to me in a slow version, and it's just her sheet, so she is not in there.
Oh, okay, I stand corrected. I apologize. I didn't. I
You're
thought.
good. You're good. Because hey, I thought it too. Listen, I was freaking out. Like,
Yeah, I did. I saw it in the fast motion too, and I really did. So I apologize.
yeah, it looked exactly like she would have been. I was like, I tell you, I pretty much sat right here and I swore to God I saw her underneath that sheet. I said that, and I even said it out loud.
I still
I
feel
think
like that's
even
in poor taste, though, because again, that's a picture of Dee Dee's. I'm sure Dee Dee would have
Yeah,
loved.
I didn't. I mean, honestly, I did feel better that she wasn't there, but yeah, it is.
it's
No,
still so
nothing of that. And like I said, like a bill, like if they wanted to do something like that, it should have been a beautiful picture of Aunt Dee on there
A
and
memorial
and
billboard.
the freaking mugshot of Gypsy to prove that she's the one that did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, why couldn't you make it a memorial
You know,
billboard?
I don't know why they would, I don't care if Gypsy sold the picture of her daughter to People magazine or whatever the hell the excuse is. If you want to say that Gypsy did this, like she said, put a mugshot up of her, call it a day. I don't see why you need to put a baby on what does that have to do with anything? That she doesn't have the right to be a mom? Like, do I think she needs a kid? No, but but should you put her kid on no?
No.
Let me tell you
Even though it
something
was the
about
back of
that
the
baby.
head. Thank God it was just the back of the head.
Let me tell you something about that baby too. While I get everyone's concern with her having the baby, those people that are talking take her baby away. Do you know anything about their system and how much worse it could be? Now, I am not a fan of Christy, guys. I've admitted that. I've said it 1,000 times. But I've also admitted the fact that I don't think Christy is going to let anything happen to that baby. Do you really want to sit there and watch that baby in a system? Like, think about that. Like, I really need people to look at everything when they do things and they jump the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean I'm a flip-flopper and that I'm all of a sudden pro-gypsy and we're BFFs? No, it just means you got to look at the whole situation. And if it's really about justice, then what you're doing is an injustice to that baby who is innocent in all of this.
Mm-hmm.
I've
and
also often spoke up in my lives. I'm not one to call CPS, never did, spoke against it, please don't, because I really need people. I get why you don't like Gypsy. You're hurting everybody else, and these other people, the baby and the Dee Dee's sisters, they're all collateral damage to your nonsense, guys.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm one that don't believe in calling CPS myself.
And the thing is, right, it's actually so harmful to make false reports, especially in a case where you suspect that some intervention may be needed at some point. Because the more false reports that are made against Gypsy, when that real report is actually made, they're less likely to take it on board and more likely to dismiss it as another malicious report. But actually, that may be the time that somebody does need to go out and see Gypsy and Aurora. So we shouldn't be making malicious reports. I'm all for calling social services when a child is in danger and at risk, and there is evidence of that. Right now, do I think Aurora's at risk? No. Long term, different story. Not so much of physical, but emotional in connection with, like all of that.
Yeah, and she's still a baby. She don't understand any of it, so.
No, I agree. And it's difficult, but this, I'm waiting to see how they're going to spin this one.
How is attacking anybody like this justice for anybody?
It's not.
So let this actually sort of case in point. It doesn't matter who you are in this case. If you question Cajun Navy Jen, or you question her little group that she's sorted, this is how you will be spoken to. You will be attacked, whether you are Dee Dee's sisters or not, whether you are Nick's dad or not. It doesn't matter. Because apparently those people close to the case don't have the right to speak on this anymore because a bunch of content creators have decided they're taking over it. And they have absolute access rights. Put things behind a paywall. Wild. That's been my word of the day. Wild.
Being run by someone that, in my opinion, has a history
Looks like fancy rotating Claudia.
of scamming people. Like, really think about that. Is this all in the name of justice or a scam?
I'm seeing no justice here. Nothing. And I'm sorry, Naomi's reasoning behind the wording of that website was laughable. Oh, I had to put a couple of things in to prompt what the website was about. So then it's auto made this entire sentence, which off the top of my head said, support, so please come and support for more flyers, billboard, and anything else that we need.
And don't tell me that that was part of the website and that was just a widget, because you had to write that in there. Nobody knows that anybody's putting up billboards. That's not just free written on websites and it's just there for you. You wrote that in there because your expectations were ultimately to gain.
Hey, nobody's not me in the chat.
Then you're going to stand up when being called out on it and say, the expectation was never for donation. Meanwhile, the website doesn't come with that written in there. You've written that in there.
It says, do you want to help with our cause? Billboards, flyers, and whatever else we need to keep this going. Anything helps.
Now there's a website.
So there's a website, and what the website is to put the story out there supposedly and to take donations for the billboard. And then what is the billboard? A billboard is an advertisement for the website. So tell me how that's not a money scam.
I thought the billboard company cut ties with them.
These people.
Oh, now there's bigger billboards now. We're gonna put them bigger, collect more donations, and put the bigger billboards on the highway.
And the Petris to do this.
So really,
I'm here because I'm here, and if you got a problem with it, you can suck my dick.
So ultimately, you're
who's fussing at you?
Somebody asking a question. I don't support Nick. I do not. He's where he needs to be. Period.
I was talking to Take, so I didn't hear. What Take?
So, just to make this perfectly clear, not everybody here needs to get along or be coming from the same side or point of view. The aim here is to discuss a bigger problem in the community and the fact that there are scams going off. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether people like Ryan or, like me. That's irrelevant to what's going off here. Irrelevant. I am just going to put back on the screen the part that is relevant. That when people ask questions, you are attacked.
No, I want to again. All of this was after Jen sat in a live and told everybody in her live how Dee Dee's family was completely on board with what they're doing. And if you go to Jen's, one of her, either the last one or the one before that, her last post, in her comment section, she's telling how she contacted the family, and Dora and Claudia are completely on board with everything. However, when they told her they weren't, they completely got attacked in the comments. All in the name of what again? Oh, that's right. It's called justice. Is that what it was? It makes no sense. The disrespect and the injustice of all of this is completely ironic. How you can go and attack people and then call it justice?
What's that saying? Wolf in sheep's clothing.
Excuse me. But Ivory, you need to understand there was somebody else that was speaking for the Petris and gave Jen the okay and said that the sisters said it was good to go.
But people
And that
were
was not
watching Dinah, and apparently she said on that live that she doesn't represent the Petris. And for me, when you're a content creator of Jen's status and somebody who is apparently very cautious what you put your names to, you have a responsibility to fact check. And we all know Dee Dee's sisters and brothers' names. All of us. Because they've been put on documentaries and shared all over the media. So even I'd know where to go to ask if I wanted permission from the Petris.
Honestly, you go straight to the horse and you hear it straight from the horse's mouth. You have to validate your information, otherwise you're being reckless. Any real content creator knows that. You can't sit there and say, oh, I'm going to be a spokesperson. I'm going to talk on behalf of somebody. Well, then you didn't actually get the blessing of the sisters. Then you got, it was third party. Then it was hearsay. So don't then tell people that. Don't tell people you personally got the blessing, because you didn't.
And Claudia's just wrote in the chat there, she's happy for more billboards to be done. That's not a problem, but not crime scene photos. And, you know, that should be completely fine for the family to request that. They should have an input into this kind of stuff. If you're going to say it's for their sister, why are they not being consulted? Nanny did put in the chat that that's not what got said. Somebody told her to come up, and my understanding is she's not able to come on a panel with Dinah due to some prior issues. So I don't think she can come up, but she's okay to explain what she means in the comments. No crime scene photos.
Yeah, I agree. Again,
I just got a notification saying this behaviour is not in line with our policies. Gifting is suspended in this live. Leveraging personal financial needs or causes for gifts. So that's funny.
Did you get hit? Appeal it.
I'll appeal it after. I'm not overly fussed. I don't do this for gifts, unlike some people. Cajun Navy Jen.
And again, I just want to say that I don't want people thinking that I'm putting out receipts because I'm some bully, because I held on to this forever and never said a word. However, when you push, again, I will say this and scream this from the rooftops, when you put my back against a wall and scream that you want receipts like I'm some kind of liar and I'm just coming at you to bully you, when in reality, I'm just trying to prevent the scamming that seriously hurt people when I watched history with the rally. So here are the receipts as requested.
Jen has asked, and many receipts has been shown now. I don't know what much more we could really get up here, but trust me, there is a lot. I know from Myra's side there's a lot.
I have a lot more, but I think this is enough for now.
Yeah, it shows the point. You know, a lot of the stuff that's been shown is.
So is Fancy now going after Aunt Darla? Is that what I see at the bottom?
Yep.
Let me get the full. I'll get all of the Good Wives Network's responses up. Bear with me. Okay. So Fancy says, why on God's green earth have you not stood up for your sister? Don't feign actual compassion now. You could have stopped this. You chose not to. If you don't like the way advocacy is being done for your sister, then do something better. You had 10 years, and now you just want everyone to stop advocating for her. Why? Because you took the blood money just like the rest. Again, like I said earlier, this from the lady who goes and gets other people's FOIA documents about this case, goes and puts them on her Patreon and charges a monthly fucking subscription to view those documents. And you want to talk about money. Are you okay?
Someone in the comments said something about it has to do with the urn. I just want to remind people that the urn was a gift from people that they never requested it, they never asked for it. I want you to remember Morba did that as a gift to them.
Right, because I was trying to see who said what, but yeah, because they never got any freaking money.
Nope, they never asked for it.
No.
Morbid did that as a gift, as a show of how much he believes in justice for people.
Well, I mean, actually, I brought it up to his attention that I had talked to the sisters about it, and he wanted to do it as a community where it didn't have to come out of any of our pockets because, I was going to get it. And I asked Aunt Noonie and Aunt Darla, and they said sure. So that's how it happened. If not, they were still going to get an urn no matter what. But I mean, they were grateful that people wanted to help, put her in a resting place. So yeah.
Right, and thank you for correcting me. It wasn't just Morbid; it was everybody in his community. Absolutely.
Right, people don't. He only allowed them to donate $1.
And that was, that was the correct way of doing it in my
Yeah,
opinion.
you said that you was gonna. I'm not lying about anything. Why you always gotta start shit, you?
Guys, not here. We were not.
Don't let her get on your nerves.
We're talking about the injustice and.
And that's what she does. She goes in freaking lives and she gotta start running her fucking mouth to everybody.
Just ignore her. She's not relevant, so don't worry about it.
Misrepresentative that they don't even know you.
In all fairness, though, she did hop up on that panel yesterday to reiterate to Jen that she was not a representative.
Because she was back paddling. True story.
Dinah, she's requested to the panel.
No, bring me up. No. I was not. You could shut the fuck up right now. That's not what
Shut the
happened.
fuck up.
Guys,
No.
if you have something to say, one at a time, just keep it respectful. Say it, but just keep it respectful.
No, because all she's doing is lying. Quit fucking lying. That's not what happened with the urn. Number one, it's over with. The urn is done. Okay? Number two, I did not say I went and defend myself. I never said I was a representative or a Petri or anything to do with the Petries. He got it all twisted up.
And Jen confirmed that yesterday in the live when I saw Nanny jump up there. I have to say, I have to tell the truth. I did hear Jen confirm that in the live.
Yeah, I went to defend myself because what she said was a lie. And then what happened? They dropped me.
My understanding is that Dinah heard that information from Jen, so it wouldn't be Dinah lying here, it would be Jen. So that, again, is the issue.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I'm not here to fight with her. No, but she don't need to be dissing me like that. I mean, no. I'm just saying. I was reached out to, yes. I did reach out to someone, yes. And she twisted all my words up. That's what happened. So I went on her panel and tried to defend myself, saying I was not a representative for the Petries. I was not a Petri, etc., or a spokesperson. And what she did, she dropped me like a hot potato. That's what happened.
That was Jen fumbling. I agree with Jessica. That was Jen fumbling with
Absolutely.
the messaging, trying to turn one against the other.
Right.
Yeah. That goes for, well, somebody gave me permission. And again, that's taken responsibility away from Jen, who never actually got a blessing from anyone.
Correct.
This is
Well,
really
she
ultimately
said
what people need to
She
remember.
said that she talked to you, and you said that you called the sisters.
I didn't call these
And
sisters.
they-
I'm not talking to you.
I don't give a shit. I'm talking to you. And you
Listen.
said that everything was fine to go ahead with it. That's
Nope.
what exactly was told to me. So I asked Aunt Noonie. Well, I asked Aunt Noonie before.
And Nanny, she did send these screenshots into the chat yesterday.
Yeah, I have all the screenshots also. So, yeah.
I saw the messages between Dinah and Jen. So I saw
Yeah.
what that said. She's not lying.
Yeah,
So-
I haven't too. I didn't call her a liar. I'm just saying what happened with the urn thing. Don't go up there and say that she wasn't get it. We were going to go half on it. Yeah, okay. So the urn's
Oh, I
over
wasn't
with.
going to say your name because you don't want me to say your name, so I didn't even mention you.
No, you know why you can't say my name.
I ain't worried about why I can't say your name.
I'm grateful I can't see you
Guys,
anymore.
let's keep this about what this live is about, which is the fact that Jen is using the discourse between the two of you and the fact that you're not speaking to blame shift, hide behind things.
So yeah, I never said I was a representative or a spokesperson for the Petries. Never, ever.
Okay, and that information has come from Jen, that Nanny was the one who said she is a representative of the Petri and she has had permission. So
And that's why Nanny went up into Jen's live yesterday to defend the fact, to say that she was not a representative, and Jen said, right, yes, you were not a representative.
Yeah. Right. She did say that. I'm not saying she didn't say that, but I'm saying it was said in what the message I got.
Dinah, do you want me to read the messages for you? Word for what she said, or no?
What Jen said?
I'm going to drop you now. Thank you for coming up and sharing that. And I'm just going to drop you just because of the situation with you and Dinah. But thank you for coming up and sharing your side of that.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Yeah. What Jen said.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you want to share it, I mean, I don't mind you sharing what she said to me.
Yeah, I'll read it. Let me just go up here. This is gonna be long, so bear with me. So Jen's response says, okay, I apologize. I'm not sure who is anymore. I feel like I'm getting misinformation across the board here. The way this is going to get justice for Dee Dee is we have now proven that Dee Dee did not have Munchausen by proxy. We have verified the medical records, and we're also able to prove that Gypsy was the one manipulating her illnesses to her mother, not the other way around. That Dee Dee did not force her to be sick, that Gypsy did this herself and manipulated Dee Dee and doctors for many years. It's all black and white in the medical records, doctor statements, court documents. That is how it will benefit Dee Dee. That is how we will get justice for Dee Dee. There's a truth behind the story that the public has been sold, and we are going to expose it. Now, I don't know who represent who in the family or what family members. When I was put in contact with somebody, they spoke with the family. With the family members, when I was put in contact with somebody, they spoke with the family members who said they just wanted to be kept in the background, but they had no problem with us moving forward. Honestly, that's all I really know. I can't tell anyone who is a friend of the Petries, who is a Petri, who's pretending to be a Petri. It's crazy, but that's our mission behind what we are doing. And that's she says. What else did she say? I think that's it, right? That's all she said. That's it. She didn't say who did it. Hold on. Okay, so here's the one. I found it. I spoke with Nanny, who said she talked directly to the family as a representative, and they said they understood and had no issues with the website. I don't really know who's who. And then it went on through the other stuff. So who's the person I spoke to who gave me the feedback? I'm not all trying to involve the family. What? I'm not at all trying to involve the family. I just wanted to make sure they understood the motive behind what I'm doing, and if there was any issue that I could address it.
It sounds to me like she's just going with whomever she's speaking to at that moment. Because it sounds like from Nanny, she's saying that's not true, that her conversation with Jen was completely different. So I don't know. I've never seen the messages. However, it just seems to me like Jen is playing both sides and blaming the other side to each other.
Yeah, she is.
Yes, like she did the same thing with.
Yeah, so Ivory, that's the messages that Jen sent me that Mara's reading. Because I also asked her, because when Aunt Noonie and I was talking yesterday, she wanted to know who who talked to her and said that they talked to them. So that's how that all came about, and that's how we found out.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, this whole communication with Jen thing and the messages that's all new to me. I don't have any.
Well, this all just happened yesterday because, like I said, um, when I got the messages like the night before, so in the morning when I looked at it and saw everything, I got what ain't Noonie, and ain't Claudia to y'all. And she didn't know nothing about it. So her question was to me, I guess, pretty much like she didn't know who Cajun Jen was. Like she didn't know none of these people, and I was like, well, I knew kind of, from the start that you wouldn't have agreed with because Fancy was in it, but I was still gonna ask because I just never know if they changed their mind. But I was hard set that Fancy was in it, that they was not gonna change their mind, but I'm still gonna give them the respect that they need to be asked if they okayed it. And pretty much that was the first they freaking heard of it. So
Wow.
And again, they ain't at work right now. I'm sat up at 2:30 a.m. my time waiting to have this conversation. Nowhere to be seen. And like Ivory called out earlier, they will go on live and start discrediting people and talking about information they have on these people. What happened? And when I tried to go over and defend what happened in my live earlier, I got blocked. Now we're finding out that they're causing all this trouble between family members and family friends of the Petris. So I don't really know how best to explain some of the dynamics.
All in the name of justice. It's wild.
So I've got a couple of people requesting up to the panel. If you do want to come up, if you mind just putting into the chat what it is you'd like to come up about, just so we're staying on topic and not getting sidetracked. Don't worry, Coco, I'll take care of that. Coco, have I got you as a mod? If not, I'll add you and you can just sort whoever you need to. Okay, there you go. No, you're okay, don't worry. It's always best to check. Okay.
hey, Pageant, I'm sorry.
Let me just get Wonderland as a mod as well.
I just want to make a point to a comment that's in the chat. Rolling billboard. I found out right just before it rolled past her. I saw Barney get dressed. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, I didn't know about the billboard. I knew about the flyers, and I did send money for Tammy to eat, actually twice. And then I told her I was telling that to Aunt Noonie that I sent and said, like, in the how you could write, said eat some fried shrimp and a crab patty for Aunt Dee Dee, and she's like, Aunt Dee Dee wouldn't have ate that. She's a vegetarian. I was like, damn, I didn't know that. Like, I know I heard it, but it just, you in New Orleans, I'm thinking, eat that. So, yeah.
She said, but she lost interest after she saw the bloody sheets. I agree with you. That was horrible.
Yes. I mean, I did the same thing. I had it posted, and then I was watching it, and I was like, oh, hell no, I can't have that on my page.
Hi.
Hello, Sandy.
How are you? I'm just coming up here to get something straight. Nanny did call me yesterday about the thing with Jen, and this is what I told Nanny. I do not speak on behalf of the sisters, okay? And as far as me, you tell her I have no opinion on anything. That's what I told Nanny. Now, what she told Jen, I cannot control, or what went on with that. But I'm just letting y'all know that I did not give Jen the okay or the authority or whatever. They were going to do it anyway. That's what I was told. But I said, I don't care. I am not saying that it's okay. It's not my place. I cannot speak for my sisters or tell their story unless they ask me to.
Absolutely.
That's why I contacted you. Thank you, Ivory.
No problem.
for
Actually,
bringing that up because I
right.
just wanted to make sure that they know. Well, Claudia knows I've been talking to Claudia all day. So just want to put that out there for everybody else. Get it straight. That's what it is.
Absolutely, and you're
I
right. They
did
were
not give
saying,
anybody any permission to do anything. And that's where I'm at on the whole thing.
and you're absolutely right. They did say they were going to do it regardless.
Right. Well,
So
maybe
just so that you
actually,
know.
Sandy,
I love you too, sister. I'll see you.
you and
I'm happy she came in here.
maybe you
The
and
thing
Nancy
of them
can
being
just speak
bullied
to
and all the bullshit that's going
Jen.
on, it needs to stop. They feel themselves when they see that stuff. That's their sister. They see that, it hurts them. Just like when all the thing was going on and I saw these pictures of my mom on TV. It's a shock. It's not something you want to see. And all the bullshit and the lies that's been spoken about my mom. But yet nobody, again, everybody knows everything, but nobody knows nothing. They don't come to us and ask us. And when they do, and we tell them the truth, they twist it anyway. So there you have it. But I see them. I see what's going on.
I'm so
And
sorry.
that's all. I just wanted to clear
Okay,
my
Mom.
name because I didn't do anything or give anybody permission for anything. Claudia's sitting right there, and she could tell you I don't do anything without talking to Claudia. And
Yeah.
that's that. She is my sister, stepsister, whatever y'all want to call it, but we're very close, and I talk to her on the regular. So I'm tired of the bull. It's got to stop somewhere, and I'm tired of people pointing the finger at me. I have enough. It's getting old, y'all. It's getting old. I'm tired of it. So just want to let y'all know. Hate to burst y'all
Michelle,
bubble,
y'all don't have to be
but it
asking
wasn't me.
Noni that.
You know, I am so sorry, and I feel like all of this.
You muffled, Ivory.
Sorry. I feel like I'm just saying I'm so sorry, and I feel like all of this was brought up all just because of this billboard and this whole. You guys didn't need this extra fighting, this extra stress, and I'm just so sorry that this all happened, and you guys were again collateral damage in this nonsense.
That's exactly what it is in a sense. But it's not just the thing with the billboard, it's other people. And they're going to get there and they're going to talk. And half of these people don't even know me. So I really don't care what they say. I know my truth. And I don't
Absolutely,
have to get there and argue with everybody about this shit they talk about me. I don't. Because I know my
absolutely.
truth.
And
And that's how I feel.
I just want to remind everybody in the chat and everyone who's watching outside, this family is obligated and owes you all nothing. You can't come at them whether they speak or not, or they want to speak or not, or what they believe, or it's not any of our business, guys. This is real life. These are people who are actually affected personally by all of this, and they are under no obligation to give any of us an explanation for anything we feel that we're owed. And I want people to please remember that. They were personally affected. This is TikTok for us, but this is their family. And
This is
none
our
of
life.
us is owed anything.
Yeah.
These are their, and I'm sorry about your mother, Sandy. I really am about what they're saying and all the, you know, this is their real life. And we have to be careful because what is said really does affect people, their personal lives, their everyday griefs and what they're going through. And to
It
sit and
does.
do all of this and, and again, it's not just the billboard. She's absolutely right. It's all of it in the name of some fake justice is just wild. It's just not
All,
real life.
all for somebody who, is not worth my time a day. But the thing is, my mom was my mom. We may not have gotten along. That was me and her. That was our thing. But it doesn't give anybody the right to sit there and talk trash about her. Because, they need to put themselves in my shoes. How would
Yeah.
they feel if I turned around and did the same thing to them? I have never talked ill about anybody, their parents, nothing, unless I know them. And I'll tell it to them. Sorry. And that's how I feel. It's just, to me, it's just getting out of hand. The whole thing is ridiculous. And I am trying to breathe, Claudia. It's just that I got so mad. I'm shaking so bad right now. That's all it is. And I couldn't get it out. But I'm breathing because it's just
You're entitled
everybody
to feel this
with
way.
their
You are.
snarky comments. It's enough. It's enough.
I agree. Claudia said, I wish this on no one, and I absolutely agree. You know, you got to remember that even as content creators, you have to be careful with the damage you do. And listen, you all know, there's nobody that goes harder at Gypsy with their videos than I do. I go really hard, but at the same point, there's got to be boundaries where you're not purposely hurting other people or crossing boundaries into real life. Like you need to make sure that boundaries are not crossed. Everyone should have boundaries.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just feel bad that you guys are in the crossfires each and every day, and so
But
many.
that's what it is. I mean, it's been that way from day one when everything first happened. Facebook, people, we go in there and try to defend ourselves or whatever. It just, everybody just kept coming on you. Nobody, it's like you had something to prove, but you couldn't defend yourself. So whether you tell them the truth or not, they're never satisfied. No matter what, you try to speak out, they're not happy with what you have to say. You don't say anything, or you're being a coward and you're not speaking. So, it's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't, like what I said to Mimi, but it's just ridiculous.
Absolutely. They ask you questions and they're asking for your truths. But
Right.
you need to remember sometimes the truth may not be what you want to hear. The truth is the truth. And just because it's not what you were expecting or it's not enough juice or, drama, you go and twist it. It's crazy.
Yep. But anyway, Jessica, thank you for letting me come up, and thank y'all for listening and hearing me out. So if you don't mind now, you can just drop me down. Thanks.
All right. Thank you so much for coming up. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care. This was a screenshot I'd not seen. And this bottom part, it made me mad all over again. So I'm not going to read it out because I don't want to upset anybody when people may have already settled down. But just to reiterate what's been said, the families have been through enough. When is enough enough? And we can't sit here and discredit the voices of the people that actually matter and then say that we're standing up for justice.
Exactly. All of this horrible nonsense in the name of some so-called justice. And I'm not going to sit here, guys, and I'm not you see my content, I stand on my content, I go hard for Gypsy Rose, I do all of the things, but when it comes to babies, I don't do content on her baby. I don't. That's my boundary. All of our boundaries are different, but that's mine. Okay? And there are just certain lines you can't cross. And then to sit there and cause such grief on people who are already grieving for this nonsense, wake up, guys. And I'm not, you know what? I'm even going to call out myself. That sometimes, maybe we all just got to take a step back and remember that there's real lives here.
I covered a UK case around 4 months ago, and I invited the father of the children on my live, and I could not imagine stamping over his feelings and treating him the way that this family have been treated. Could not imagine it. And the fact that people are just out here with the big size 10s stamping all over people, not caring who they're hurting, as long as they're gaining notoriety. Disgusting. You're shady.
Can I say one thing? For those of us who respect the Petries and are really calling for justice, I'm going to put this out there and I will stand by it. And I really do hope the rest of you stand by it. No one's obligated, but again, it's just an etiquette. I would really like people to stop trying to contact the Petries, guys. Don't expect anything. Don't ask them for their comments. If they ever want to speak, they will. And we're owed nothing. And I really feel like if we all stop going after them and just remember that there are real people behind all of this, it would just be that much easier. I know there's so much curiosity out there, and you know what I mean? I know that there is. But at the end of the day, this stuff on TikTok doesn't affect my personal life. It really don't. But, you know, and I'm going to take blame for it too, that sometimes maybe I forget that they are personally affected by everything we do and say.
Yep, they are.
It's, you know, and I'll take responsibility if I've ever offended them, and I'll say I'm sorry. And I'll keep in mind now that, you know, I've always respected their family and I've always tried to keep that. But we all have to remember nobody's obligated to give us anything.
No. And I mean, like, everybody also blaming the Petries for everything that happened. I mean, that's so freaking absurd. And I mean, I'll fight tooth and nail for that.
Yeah, I don't know how anybody can blame the family of the person they're trying to get this so-called justice for. That's just, I just, my brain can't fathom that. I'm sorry.
Can somebody get that Jessica Brown out, please? I can't see her to block her. But I want to make this perfectly clear, loud and clear. Respect the family members or find your way out before you boot it out. That's not going to fly here. Thank you very much.
The attacks in these comments are just, it just shows you that they're really not taking into consideration anybody's feelings or any of it. Now, I was super attacked because I didn't want to speak up on the billboard. I felt like Tammy's life could have been in danger. I felt like Gypsy and Bree's life could have been in danger. Now, I don't like Gypsy. I will never like Gypsy. I will never flip-flop. I will never be friends with her. I'm not friends with Bree. However, we're just as bad as Gypsy if we're sitting there trying to put people in danger, bring in things real life. Like, I just want people to remember that too.
Right. That real life shit is crazy. And riding by everybody's houses and stuff like that is nuts.
Danny,
Because
check the Discord because I've sent you a picture and it appears that they did put. If you have a look, let me know what you think. But the top of it's blurred out.
okay, I'll be right.
I've been dropped for hate speech again. Wild. Ivory, are you alright to come back up if you are able to? It's removed her from the live. But the picture I've just sent to Dino, I'm obviously not going to share it here out of respect, but it does appear that it was more than just sheets because there's an image where you can see it's blurred out and yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't seeing wrong.
So there is, in fact, a photo of Dee Dee on
So
that.
the slow motion one that I seen was only the pink sheet, but I knew I seen what I seen.
You're all right, TJ. Have a good evening.
That's disgusting.
So wrong. Justice for Dee Dee. You know, how can you ever claim that?
Ain't Noonie, if you want to see it, I'll send it to you.
Thank you to the person who shared that. That's appreciated. So
it did go by so fast, but I think obviously the slow part that they sent me didn't have that in it because I would have seen it again. You know what I'm saying? So it made me think, oh, it's just the pink sheet. Okay. But no. That's fucking sick.
So disrespectful. I honestly.
Shit, I'm up here. I'm sorry, Jess. I didn't realize I was up here.
You're alright, Coco. I thought you meant to come up. I just muted you and waited for you to say something. Yeah, I agree with that comment. Great advocacy work, Jen and Fancy and Naomi. Great work. Yeah. And I just want to remind everyone again, Naomi has multiple videos on her page informing you that if you share any of her videos or like you take her content, she will have your information. Now, with that in mind, I'd be very cautious to anybody clicking any website that Naomi is part of setting up. She didn't like the fact that I said that, but I will keep on saying it because you're the one who's put half numbers out here, half addresses. And you want to know why I'm calling you a doxer? That is doxing, my love. No, I'm not surprised that Fancy's involved, and everybody who's actually involved in this case, whether it be on Dee Dee's side or whether it be on Nick's side, does not want Fancy anywhere near this. When will that lady take a hint? Stop. Move on to something else. Let it go.
Right? Maybe Fancy's in with the other billboard that's gonna be put in my front yard.
Oh, what billboard's that, Dinah?
What?
A whole nother story for a whole nother day.
Oh.
So we're going to start wrapping up the live because it is nearly 3 a.m. I just want to know, has anybody got any questions? I would also like to know, Jen, Mimi, whoever, anybody else, do you have any questions before this live ends? You are not muted and you are not blocked. Okay, Amber.
Hi. So
Hi.
I am not biased by any means. I honestly like to not be around drama. I just watching some of the lives I've stumbled upon kind of get like whiplash between the drama, if you want me to be 100% honest. This life kind of gave me some I guess awakening because I do like watching Ivory and Ryan. And the only thing I do want to ask as a whole, where do we go from here? Because obviously we want justice for the very heinous thing that happened to Dee Dee. So watching all of the really crummy things that have happened from Gypsy getting released to now, where do we go? Like, what's the collective on what's the positive that comes out of this? That's my genuine question. Like, I know the whole, oh, we don't follow scammers, we don't do this, but there's a lot of us that think we're following genuine people. And then it turns out there's this big, fallout with so and so, and this happens and that happens. And then we're like, wait a minute, I thought I was following someone genuine, and all of a sudden, all of this drama. You know what I mean? So, where do we go now from here?
So my opinion would be leaving the families alone, to try and get some peace from all of this. I think if people want to continue making gypsy content, make it, but know where the line crosses. And as somebody watching, just remember that any idiot can get access to live, and that does not mean that they are trustworthy, notable. Always be aware and mindful and keep your guard up. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. If somebody seems to be enjoying all the attention they're getting from something, they probably are. If people aren't showing you receipts or they're becoming defensive when you're asking for receipts, that's a red flag. I'd say it's hard to know where to go because, what is justice for Dee Dee? I mean, it's very difficult because she is no longer here. But one thing I can say for sure is I'm sure she wouldn't want her family members harassed. I'm sure she would not want her unalived body on a billboard being driven around the streets. Nah.
No, that's definitely not fucking justice for her.
And I agree with that because
I'm pissed off all over again now.
Sorry, I'm not trying to piss anybody off.
Not you. Listen, just the thought of the pitch I just saw. Listen, I'm just saying. Okay.
like because I've agreed with some ideas like visual, like in my mind old school idea of a visual is like the old school church walk, so everyone's holding a candle, and maybe like old school pictures of her holding like the memory, like a memorial kind of idea of like what this woman was to other people, kind of a thing, like keeping her memory alive. Like that's the stuff that I thought of when people were talking about a visual. So it's like, you know what, that sounds like a genuinely very nice thing to do. And I'm sure the family would appreciate seeing people like who don't know them also being upset that, you know, her life was unjustly taken. So that I agree with. Or, you know, trying to come up with a fundraiser to help with like the family with whatever kind of a thing. But the putting out like true crime file kind of things out on the street, I don't think is exactly the right thing to go about. So that's kind of why I'm asking the question, just kind of like as a whole, to kind of bring that awareness out. Like, I don't think a lot of people really are getting that idea, because it's now turned into a poor woman has lost her life into some really messed up drama on the internet.
Well, I think if people could start being honest with themselves and just admit that some of them are here just to hate Gypsy, that'd be a good start. And I'm not judging you for it, like I'm not. But to stop dressing it up as justice for Nick or justice for Dee Dee, whatever, you know, like that would be a good place to start. Some people genuinely care, and I feel like Claudia, Sandy, you know, some of the members of the family that are in here right now could potentially answer whether that's something they're okay with. I think things are emotional right now. They've been attacked, so maybe not the best day for them to make a decision on that. But I think consulting with them would be the best option on any type of vigil, because I know that's been spoken about before. I think that'd be a nice way to kind of. Well, I'm never going to stop talking about certain things, and there's certain things I will not let drop. I came because I have an opinion on it, but everything in between I'm done with, and I am kind of at a point where I don't see where this can go. And there's so much hatred being dressed up under the guise of justice. It's got to stop somewhere, and the family don't want this. They've been through enough.
I agree with you. Anyway, thank you so much for letting me up. I just figured I'd ask just because I think it's something that, you know, we can all try to think about more, and how we can make it more of a positive versus a negative, and maybe tone down the stupid internet bashing all the time. Anyway, you guys have a great rest of your evening, or I guess in your case, morning. Thank you again.
Thank you. See you later. So yeah, I think that was a good question. I'll drop Amber down. Oh, she's got it. No, the purpose of the billboard, I've explained it very well. It was Jen was pissed off, and she said she was going to make Dee Dee's weekend hell. And if anybody has not seen it, she was put on that billboard. And I know it was not Jen who made that video. I know that. But it was Jen's name next to that. She signed off. It's Jen's people attacking Dee Dee's sisters in this chat.
I'm pissed about that right now.
It's Jen refusing to take accountability and shouting at people, if you don't believe me, go over there. How much more proof do people need? Really? Honestly, I think like everyone's frustrated. It made me, you know, it made me mad reading these comments. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I just want people to be aware, and nobody's saying go and follow Jen, stop supporting Jen. Nobody's saying that to you. But what I am saying is be very, very careful and mindful, and look at the chaos that is being caused to the actual family members over a website that serves nobody but the people who've created it. If you do want to see a site that has information about the case, that has all the FOIA documents in one place, that would be www.theshmurder-of-dd-blanchard.co.uk, and that is a UK-based site. It is run by somebody who has collected FOIA documents. They've put them all in one place for ease of access. They don't try profit off that website. They get no notoriety from it. That would be where I would direct people to. Thank you, Hollow Mom. So that is the website in the chat right now. If anybody needs any further evidence or has any further questions, Ivory said that you to reach out. She's got it. Myra has got plenty of evidence. We do not come and hold these lives on this panel unless we have proof. Just bear that in mind. Hopefully this is the end to it and we won't have to come back addressing it all over again, because honestly I know everybody in this community is absolutely sick of all the drama. I am going to end the live now. I wish I could end it on a better note, but yeah. I don't know what to say. I hope you're all right, Dinah. I hope Claudia and Sandy are both okay. If MPG is still...
I was about to just ask Aunt Claudia how she was and if she had anything to say before you closed out.
Yeah. And just whilst we're waiting for Claudia to reply, is there anything you want to finish off with, Myra?
No.
Well, I want to say thank you to Myra and Ivory, who has again taken the time out to come up here. Maybe now we hit the 6 hours we were accused of. But thank you to everybody who's taken part in the lives, and thank you to the mods. Thank you, Cancelled, for sharing all that information. All right, guys. I've not seen a message from Claudia yet.
Sometimes it takes her a while to type, so...
Okay.
She don't have an iPhone, I don't think. I think it's something else.
Thank you, Pamela. Proud of you as well, because I know it's difficult to come up and speak. Oh, she said she's good. All right.
Okay. All right, ain't no need.
Finish off with some pink hearts in the chat to show the family some support, being as they've had some negative energy today. And we are going to close out the live. All right. Thank you, guys. All the best. Take care.
Have a good one. Get you some sleep, baby.
I need to. Night, guys.
Good night, baby.